When I think about my experience here at Take Control today, a couple of nuggets that stood out. Number one, straight out the gate, Eric Thomas told us, you are here. And for me, being a startup company, being an entrepreneur that's just starting out, to really hear a guy who's this far into his career look me in the eyes with the rest of these people in the audience and say, you are here, stand up, speak up. It really empowered me. I want to specifically say to anybody out there that's on the fence, they don't know if maybe they have the money to scrap up to come to a conference, or they don't really know what they might get from Take Control or any of the ETA conferences. Just do it. Just one time, step up, show up, and see what it's like to be in front of all these people. You know, to be in front of Eric Thomas, to be in front of CJ, and Carl, and the whole crew, Josh, everybody in between. You will not want to miss another one after that.
You know, when I think about education and the work that we're doing through school days, you know, this is like life-changing work. You know, this isn't entertainment. You know, this is life-changing work. And so every time I go in, and I think, you know, I deal with like a certain population, elementary, middle, high school, you know, depending. There's a certain like relationship I have to it. And it's like I walk out thinking like, yo, I mean, we made impact today. But I'll be honest, with that group, I literally felt like I was talking to, you know, that Eric Thomas that was at that crossroad. And what I mean by that is, you know, I could talk to a group of elementary school kids, middle school kids, and I'm talking to them about this, you know, the importance of school. But it's like, come on, let's be real. I'm talking 10 years in the future, you know, 15 years in the future, and sometimes it's hard for them to make that connection. But when you're dealing with adult ed, like when you're dealing with adults who miss the mark, whether it be, you know, they end up getting pregnant, they went to prison, you know, they just made some bad life decisions, or some bad life decisions happened to them. When they get that second chance, it's an insatiable desire. The stuff I was saying, it was registering to them that at that moment, not 5 years from now you're gonna get what I'm saying. 10 years ago, no, they knew exactly what I meant in the moment. She said, Dr. Eric Thomas. Like, I don't go by Dr. Eric Thomas. So when I heard it, I was tripping like, what? Dr. Eric Thomas. I'm like, who is that? Like, yo, I'm tripping like, for real, I'm a high school dropout. I got kicked out of Detroit. Like, not only am I a dropout, I got kicked out of the Detroit public school system. Like, don't come back. I was so dumb, I didn't even know the difference between college and a university. I didn't know, I thought it was all the same. My man was like, you go to the college? I was like, yeah, I go to a college. What? I didn't know. I was like, yeah, I got accepted to college. He was like, not a university? I'm like, a what? A university, it's the same. He's like, it's not the same. I was like, what's the difference? He was like, well, a university has advanced degrees. And I was like, oh, we good then. We all start with we all got to get a 4-1 first. I'm just saying, we all got to get a 4-year degree. So it don't make a difference if I start at a major university, if I start at a small school, if I start at a 2-year school. If we all got to get a 4, I just got to get a 4. And once I get a 4, I'm in the game. When you got into this college, you just set yourself up to get everything everybody else in the world got. It's up to you if you make it or not. But when you come here, you have all the ingredients to be whatever it is you want to be, live wherever you want to live, and do whatever you want to do. The transition's going to be hard. I'm not going to lie to you. Go from being on the block, going to be a high school dropout, to getting a GED, the transition is not easy. In order for you to go from one level to the next level, in order for any woman to transition, for any man to transition, the thing that they want must be greater than the thing they currently have. You only go to another level when you on this level and you eating out of trash cans and you say, enough is enough. When you living in abandoned buildings in the winter and you say enough, you only transition from one level to the next when you tired of the level you on. You keep telling me this happened in your life and that's happened in your life and it's happened to everybody. You let your pain punk you. You let your pain make you quit. You think you special? You think you the only one? We all go through it. I'm just gonna get something out of mine. So you're gonna have to go through it just like everybody else. You're gonna have to pay the fare. Sweat, blood, tears. But guess what? When you walk across that stage, it's gonna have that much more meaning to it. Yeah, I think what makes the work I did today so meaningful, is that you're looking at people who, they're at the crossroad. So you can listen to my message and like turn it all the way around as if you never had an academic challenge. It's like myself, I'm a high school dropout, but with a PhD, it's almost like I never was a high school dropout. Like it never took me 12 years to get a 4-year degree. Like with the degrees that I have, it wiped away, all of the past mistakes I made in terms of academics, whatever. And so I think having an opportunity to speak to them, what makes it so profound is that I can speak and I can immediately impact them and make them go back to the classroom and have a lens on life that they've never had before. And that will, if they got children, immediately affect their children. If they have a job, the way they're gonna go back to work will immediately change the way they perform, which could immediately change everything else about their lives. So again, talking to middle school kids, yeah, I'm speaking into your future. Elementary, I'm speaking into your, future. High school, I'm speaking to your immediate future. Adult learners, I'm talking to your immediate situation, and I'm giving you tools that you can use that are very practical right now, as soon as you walk out that presentation. The gateway to all success is through knowledge. We're not talking about degrees right now. My degree is not hanging up, none of my degrees are hanging up nowhere. As a matter of fact, when I got my PhD, they said to me, as we hood you, what do you want us to say? I looked in the room and I was like, yo, it's a couple kids here from the hood with their family members. I could tell little man ain't feeling school. Or I see some people in this room who I can see they had a hard time in life. I see some people in here, they got pregnant and they didn't get to finish school. It's some people who was trying to look out for their loved ones and they was on that street, they was on that block, they was getting that work in, they end up going to prison and they ain't finished school. Oh, I see them in here. I say, I don't care what you say, but make sure you tell them I started with a GED.
Game changers! Game changers? Oh my God. Listen to me. If you want to be a speaker, if you speak as part of your career, as part of your job, as part of your business, you need to be a part of this.
I wasn't really clear about my target market and exactly the direction I wanted to take. And man, since I've gone through this process up to this point, I have been on fire.
I got connected with the best in the game. The community is phenomenal.
I struggled with lack of confidence and fear. And my experience with the coaches has been able to literally kill those things.
I remember as a speaker just bumping my head against the wall. I didn't know how to make an impact. I didn't have any influence, and I didn't know how to make an income. I remember my first check I got speaking was $250. Since I joined Game Changers, now I'm getting paid a couple grand per speech. Listen, if you're a speaker and you're looking for that top level speaking, that top level coaching, join Game Changers.